Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your reading for the week, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and I'm going to be doing your reading for I think it's the second week. Okay, so the week of the 10th to the 16th. You know, usually if I read people and we start off with the 10 of Wands, it's usually mentioned, don't start there. Just start with, try again later. All right. So let's see here. We have the 10 of Wands, which is kind of a yucky card, to tell you the truth. I don't like this card at all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it in mind, but not leave it here because there's a big bug on the back of this. So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm feeling here that this week may be about helping family with something or helping someone that you know, okay? Because the 6 is about connections to the past. Connections to the past could be the family that you have now, okay? My connections to the past now include my husband. I mean, I've been with him for 37 years, so he's definitely part of my past. I feel that it's going to be like, I feel that whatever burdens come in this week, because they will, okay, it's going to be shared amongst the two sixes here are telling me that there's a sharing and caring sort of feeling. Do you see that? Yeah. So whatever it may be, in our family it's been colds and stuff, so literally a bug that's invaded us. But there's a very positive, connotation to it. You know, it's like when you have a situation where you're needing help, where you're feeling burdened, where it's, you got a lot going on. It's a great thing to have your community or a circle of people or even a person that can help you through it, okay? Sometimes we just need them for emotional support, right? Somebody to be there to say, it's going to be okay, right? You're going to feel better. We're going to help you through, right? Because sometimes it gets very hard. And if it's, like this, by the way, this cold we have, it's nasty. It's not fun at all. It kind of lingers for a while. And, you can get into your own head. Am I getting better? Is it just getting worse? What's going on? And the best thing that you can have is somebody to, be there to support you, to monitor, to help you. So it could be for that, or it could also be that you're having a situation where you're feeling you need the support, and I feel that you're going to get it. Okay, so this is not flowers and wine and roses and windfalls or anything. But maybe it is. Okay, maybe it is. Maybe this week you're going to realize who is really meaningful and important in your life. Okay, who's going to help you through stuff. Okay, so let's see. The give and take is like, it's not going to be a one-off. It feels like there's going to be a balance. Let's say somebody needs you more, you're going to help them. When you need them more, they're going to help you. It's going to be a flow, an ebb and a flow, a very personal balance that's going to work out for you. Okay. Love and care and well-being is to love and care and be the source of support and well-being for somebody when they're not feeling great is probably the best thing they could ever do to another human being. Whether it's like, whether it's health, wealth, or anything else for that matter. Okay? So the King of Wands is coming in for this as well. He's a source of power, natural leader, okay? Yeah, and a card of balance. So whether it's you or somebody else, there's going to be a feeling of power and balance coming in this week, which is great. In other words, there's going to be somebody to take the lead. For myself and my household, probably would be me or my husband. But even if it's not, it's good. It's a balance. It's a shared kind of thing. Like I said, it's one that's, back and forth. So that's good. That's good. It's wherever it's needed, that's where it's going to be. Okay? So the dynamics are going to shift as a situation changes. In other words, if I'm dealing with a cold, but I get better, I will help somebody else and they will get better. You know what I mean, right? If you're dealing with a difficult career change or something of the sort, like somebody will be there to help you. And then if somebody else is having similar or any other difficulties, then you become the one who, helps, gives them confidence, shores them up, makes them feel better, that kind of thing, right? Yeah. Sometimes it's just as simple as getting somebody out of their head, because we do that a lot, right? A situation presents itself that feels, not great. And what we do is we just keep, I don't know, it kind of blows up, right? It blows up and out of proportion in our head. And when you have somebody who comes in and kind of takes over and goes, okay, like they take the courage that maybe you're lacking, or the dynamic or the leadership, and then they just kind of, let's look at this challenge head on and see what's really there, and let's bring back balance, okay? So there's that kind of dynamic happening this week, which is absolutely wonderful. Let's see what your blocks may be. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there's a chance. When this came in, all I thought is like, it may feel a little bit like the wheel just keeps turning and it's not giving you the time to just kind of recuperate. You know what I mean? Like in my case, we'll just use the sickness part, if I'm taking care of, if I'm sick, but then I have to take care of others and then others and others. It feels like the wheel keeps shifting and there's not much time for recuperating. So it's like persevering and trying to get through it, but, being a little bit like on the end of, I'm starting to be tired or frustrated and fatigue. Okay. But along with this card comes determination. But that may be the block, like maybe the situation is just taking a lot out of you this week. It's obvious that it is, okay? And the wheel keeps turning. The wheel keeps turning, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is like a cycle or shift, right? Change, movement. Things are moving forward. And sometimes they move forward in a very great way, and sometimes they just move forward, right? Example. One person gets a cold, you have 5 people in a house, all those 5 people end up getting, that cycle isn't great, if you know what I mean. Or you're doing a career change, like I said, and then you deal with one problem and another one shows up and then another one. And it all has to do because you've been doing this career change, right? But you have to deal with it one at a time, but it's like it takes its pound of flesh out of you after a while. That is normal, okay? So, I will say for the block for this, it's like you're stronger than you think. And don't give up, you're almost there, okay? So, even if the week feels long, even if you're thinking, oh, I don't know if I can do another thing or another day or another person, or just keep moving, okay? Keep following those cycles, those shifts, and take it 1 minute at a time if you need to, okay? If you need to rest, go rest. Take the time to rest. Some of you are saying, but I can't rest, Jane. Make the time, okay? Make the time. That's what I'm hearing. Make the time to rest and heal whenever you can, okay? Hey, 5 minutes with your eyes closed, sometimes the best thing. 2 minutes of meditation, sometimes the best thing. A minute of deep breathing if you can, that's the best thing, okay? Hard work. This is what I'm looking for. This is the uptick that I'm looking for in this reading, okay? Take it 1 minute at a time, okay? Take it one moment at a time. Take it little by little, okay? The Eight of Pentacles is about doing quality work, not a million things. Look, sometimes I'll admit we want to do like 1,000 things at once, right? I want to take care of this and you and that and them, and sometimes you can do a bit, but every once in a while I can only do the one thing at a time, and that's okay too, okay? When you're done the one thing, move on to the next thing. When you've cared for one human being, move on to the next human being, okay? There you go. Take your time and utilize all the tools that you have as well, okay? I mean, find new tools, apply your tools to your goals. In my case, it would be, you know, tissues and honey and garlic and, you know, all kinds of different things that I have in my toolbox, and just kind of focus on it, right? You have a sore throat, honey. You have a cough, I've learned onions under the feet kind of help, you know. Move on to different things. Just keep moving to different things, you know. Just keep trying, keep doing, keep working on it. Keep trying to get to where you need to go. Put your best effort, but put it with love, not desperation or burdensome. Honestly, if you take a deep breath and just take one thing at a time, you know, and do it with a lot of love. And I can say that for people who are sick, or even just your current situation of trying to move into something new, etc., etc. Put a lot of love and a lot of determination and a lot of care into it, okay? Don't try to rush through anything, or, you know, this is when you get the feeling of desperation, of pain. Just take the one thing you have in your hand and apply it to your goal, okay? And take the one action to make things better. You have resources at your disposal. We have a great deal of resources, okay? I would say just be careful. Don't take like too many things and try too many things. Just take one thing at a time and give it your shot, okay? If you need to seek a higher power, do that as well, you know. Don't let things get too far. Yeah. Ace of Cups. A lot of heart. A lot of love. That's what I was feeling. Okay? Replace fear or indecisiveness or doubt, because sometimes doubt is also a big one, with love. Love helps most everything. Okay? If I start out with the well-being of my family, with a whole lot of love in my heart, not only does it shine to them, I actually start feeling better myself. Like, you know what I mean? You start with, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then you you send that love to them. Like you send it like a big wave of, you know, anxiety busting endorphins. If you can send it to people, to situations, to your life, when you begin on that platform, it's a lot better. It's a lot better, right? You don't start from a place of anxiety. Yeah. You overcome these obstacles, right? You're better able to overcome. You become like a madhouse, not a madhouse, a powerhouse. You know, sometimes I feel like this is a madhouse, but you become a powerhouse. Somebody to be, you know, somebody who's got it, who's ambitious, who's fun, who takes action, okay? He could also be a little, this night is also a little reckless sometimes, you know, and a little like, let's have all fun, you know, like, but the thing is he's a real go-getter, okay? He's got a fire about him that you need at this point. When you add love and fire together, you get a very passionate human being who accomplishes a lot of things. And I think that's what's bringing in this week. It's like you're up there and you're raring to go is the word. When you start from a place of love, okay, and caring. And a lot of us come from a place of fear. Oh, what am I going to do, you know, in my career, in my life, with my loved ones. And then we kind of, it goes, it gets overblown, like over, you know, I don't know, it kind of, it keeps us in a state of fear, which is nowhere we want to be, okay? We don't want to be in a state of fear, right? So, yeah, I feel that it's like it's preaching leaving that behind, okay? Leaving that kind of energy behind. The defeated, yeah, into a better cycle. There's the Wheel of Fortune again, okay? It could also mean that this cycle is going to, like, really shift out of your life by the end of the week. Or you're going to leave this cycle of burdensome, okay? I saw, like, a couple of times the Ten of Wands, the other 10, the Ten of Swords, which is the end to a stressful situation, okay? If I'm reading that, if I'm reading it the way it feels, it's like you will be able to leave that stressful, that burdensome situation by the end of the week. Sometimes it's just, you know, you guys, sometimes it's just about surviving the tough times. It is. Okay? The best way that we know how. If you're here and you started on this journey, or you're week 2 or week 3, or it's been, you know, you've had these moments of like, oh, I don't know. Well, this is a reading for you, okay? Even if you went through this last month, I want you to reflect back on how that resolved itself. How did it come to pass? Did you end up helping the situation, or did you fret and fear the whole thing? Did you bring in love? Are you afraid that if you bring in love instead of anxiety and fear, that somehow you're going to miss something important? I don't think so. Some of us do that. Sometimes we live in anxiety thinking, if I'm anxious enough, I'll be, you know, I won't miss anything. And then, you know, it's if I worry enough for everybody, or if I worry enough about the situation, the worst isn't going to happen. I'm that type of person. Okay? But sometimes the course of time and action takes care of most things. And what we need to do is just kind of be a help, not a hindrance. Okay? Does anxiety bring any benefit to sickness? No. Or to situations that are changing, that are just going through a cycle of change? I would say for the most part, no. There's a decent amount of caution or precaution. No, not even that. There's a decent amount of, I don't know, alertness, I guess. Maybe that's a better word. That you need to, look at situations and go, I'm going to look at this and see what's what. But then after that, I think you should take the next hour, few hours, and give it the love and attention. Yeah, maybe it's alertness and attention. You can give it attention without passing on fear. And that's easier said than done. But I think it's a better way, right? I'm feeling with this card that sometimes people, especially with this particular card, people feel that if they leave this little mountain behind, they're going to face a bigger one. That it's going to be worse off. You know what I mean? Let's keep pulling, though. Let's keep pulling, my beautiful Pisces. Let's help you, me, everybody, right? Again, we're bringing back that sense of balance, okay? That sense of planning. That contemplating our choices, seeing what kind of progress we're doing, glimpsing the bigger picture, taking our time. You know what I mean? Again, the love card, the Ace of Cups has come out twice, and the World card. I almost feel like it says, if you really think about it, you'll see that love finds a way. Not only that, if you're in a situation where, things are changing, I have experienced that most of the time anxiety doesn't help anything. People can really cause themselves more problem by being anxious instead of having an open heart. Being more like, love and just keeping an open heart, an open energy field of open, right? It's good for everything, from chest colds to new career choices. It's good for everything. It's just good to just take a deep breath. Just relax, okay? Anxiety just claws at you. It closes you off. It makes you tight, okay? I like this because I've seen the Wheel of Fortune twice, and now I've seen the World. That's the other end of the spectrum. That's the other card at the end of the journey, like a culmination, a completion. Situations come and go, but a toolbox of how to deal with stress is something that is infinitely helpful. Infinitely helpful. If you can possibly rewire the way you think of things when they appear in your life, on how to deal with it, right? How to bring about progress, how to look at the bigger picture, how to lay the land in preparation, okay? Document things, like I said, sore throat, honey, make a little note. I have a bad brain, so at this time of my life, so it's good to have a little book, create a little book. When feeling like this helps, that helps, okay? If you're rebuilding your life with, building blocks of, I'm building a business or I'm changing careers, shopping for this, doing for that, like a little notebook, okay? Make things easier. You can share it with others. You can pass on the love, the caring, the preparation of it. This is preparation, okay? We all need to start building things that help, okay? That help community. A lot of us don't have any more communities as big as we used to. Remember, it used to be like, it takes a village. Well, the village got smaller and smaller with all kinds of, you know, the way the world works, right? But you can build those villages. There are groups everywhere that you can join that have great advice. But I would go one step further. I would reach out. If you're somebody who doesn't have a ton of people, I would reach out to some of those members, you know, some of those Facebook groups, and build friendships, connections. Somebody you can talk to every day or a couple times a week. Build that outside of your house, okay? I know my mother-in-law, she's in dart groups, you know, and stuff like that. Build your own community, okay, and share with them. Sometimes just having another person with a heart who cares is such a great relief. Somebody who to say, are you okay? You know, you need to vent, you know, tell me if there's, you know, anything you feel. Sometimes just sounding off to somebody gives you answers, okay? But start with the heart, connection to others for help. I think we did have that last week, a little bit, a connection to help with others. Of course, there's the power of prayer, okay? That helps a lot. For me, it would be to my spirit guides, my past loved ones, please protect and help my family, heal them, take care of them, including myself, you know, don't leave yourself out of it. And, you know, surround it with love, this beautiful energy, you know, like inundate energy. Sometimes I feel certain parts of my body tingle and stuff, and I always say that is energy coming in to heal me, to make me feel better, okay? And then I go and touch other people in my household, hoping to share part of that energy, okay? And I tell them, I'm giving you healing from my hands to yours, you know? Even if they're not sick, even if they just need a pick-me-up, maybe they've had a hard day, okay? It's all about sharing. I'm telling you, when you're not feeling well or when you're going through a very hard time, this is when people tend to feel alone, segregated, separated. And when you're healthy and strong and you know everything is going fantastically well in your life, it's not so bad. I mean, it's not great, but I mean, it doesn't feel as important, I guess, maybe. Because when you feel 6 feet tall and bulletproof, you're good, right? But then something happens, you have to change careers, you have to move, relationships end, new relationships are beginning, you get sick, etc., things like that. Everything kind of shifts in your life. And that's when you try to reach out to people going, I wish for love and caring, right? Be the love and caring. Start with you. And then find the others like you, okay? Send them here. So they go, hey, maybe I should be loving and caring. And then, you know, you have 2, 3. Then we have a whole society of people who are not perfect, but they work at solutions in the heart space first. You know, they start in the beautiful gratitude receiving of love. And then they move forward from there. And it's wonderful. It works, right? All right. So there's been a lot of introspection about this week in my reading, as you can tell. Yeah, and a lot of courage, okay? You know, what's coming in with this is that sometimes we just want to slay the lion or the bad thing in the room, right? We want to deal with it with brute force. You know, it's like I'm gonna tackle this and just, make it go my way. But we all know that this Strength card has much more to do with an inner trust and a silent courage that is within us. A strength that can't always be seen. The Hermit's asking for you to find that inner light. It's been mentioned twice. The card came out twice, which is the Ace of Cups. The insight from the Hermit here is that if we go deep within our heart space, we can find all the strength and the courage that we need to move forward. Because if anything is strong in this lifetime, it's strength, it's love, it's an openness of the heart. The energy just, first of all, when you open your heart, the energy, imagine the energy of light. Imagine you're a ball of light, okay? It's emanating from your body. Imagine it's like maybe a couple inches off of your body. When you are afraid, that light kind of gets snuffed in and closed off. But when you go into your heart space and open up and going, I don't have much to give, but I have my heart, and I'm going to open up. I'm going to, somebody's worried. I'm going to give you a hug. I'm going to open my heart. I'm going to give you a hug. That light expands very, very brightly and very, very far around you. It starts touching everything 6 feet in front of you, behind you, beside you. It has this superpower of enveloping. Not only that, it has a, what do you call that? A quality of influencing other people to do the same thing. When somebody hugs you and they give you their love, what happens? Your heart kind of softens. And you go, thank you, I needed that. And your heart opens. It has a domino effect, right? And it's, I'm still looking for the word. You guys probably know. Yeah, I know what word you're looking for, Jane. I was going to say it's addicting, but that's not it. It's influential. It's another word for it kind of dominoes. What's that word? It just escaped me. But it's fine. They wanted me to use different words. There they are. Okay? You start influencing your environment and the people around you in the most wonderful way. In the most wonderful way. And I think that's what they're bringing in right now. Okay? That's what they're talking about. By doing and by looking at this light, this insight of the heart, you're going to be able to courageously and beautifully share of yourself, wrap these people in love, and take good care of them. Okay? With love, care, and it's going to spread out. It's going to spread out. A lot of healing comes from this. A lot of healing if you let it. If you don't go or trip into, a lot of us trip into the stress mode right away. Okay, we go into fight or flight right away. I think sometimes it's because of the lack of being in near-death situations. So when you're in a situation where things happen. It's like we treat every little thing as a big stressful, right? We've got to not take control, but just put it back into perspective. You know, I always think to myself, if there's room for a hug and nothing is that, you know, life-threatening, and you can hug somebody to make them feel better, you know, if in the next few minutes they can work on the project that they need to, or you can work, there's always room to go and reach out to somebody and get care. Okay? I guess what I'm trying to say through spirit is don't worry about it until there's something real to worry about, if you know what I mean, right? If you have a gun to your head, if you're no longer breathing, if you're, you know, like you can't walk under your own countenance, if you're depressed to the point where things are really dark, okay, then seek help. But other than that, open up your heart and seek others to help you through the times, okay? Just like at the beginning, right? To help you. A give and take right here. Okay, don't forget that. That's really important right here. This give and take. To get this bug off your back. We're hiding that one. I don't like this card. I wish I could change that one card. That would be that would be fabulous. All right. So that's it for this reading. I know it's not like the brightest one, but I think it's got some real calmness to it. If you're feeling anxious or anxiety, this is a perfect reading for you. You could tuck it away somewhere on a playlist, you know. Good anxiety buster. Good things to remember. Sometimes we make life so scary or I don't know. Sometimes we're just tired. We're dealing with a lot. But we have to remember that we have a wonderful healing heart space that's always available for us to take it back a notch and take it into a better direction. And I guess that may be the whole message for us this week, my beautiful Pisces. Okay? So, my beautiful heart space, some of you worrywarts, please make sure to take care to take deep breathing when you can. Or if you can't, just take a moment of just relaxing, okay? Give yourself a moment. Rest when you can. Let people help you if they want to. Help others when you can. And just take one thing at a time and keep moving forward. You will get to where you need to go eventually, slowly, and with a lot of heart to it. I'm sending you a lot of love, light, and blessings. I will be back on Tuesday. We're going to look at how the energies are unfolding, if you're taking some of this advice and moving it forward in a beautiful direction. And we're just going to keep going after that. Please don't forget to check my Life Path Number Tarot channel. And I also have connected the deck that I post on every Monday. Flip-throughs, discussions, all that kind of stuff if you want more. And take good care of yourself, my beautiful Pisces. Know that I am giving you a lot of love. I'm putting into you my heart space, and I'm grateful for you. And I know that you can overcome anything and everything that is happening right now, okay? Just believe in yourself. Take one thing at a time and just stay in your beautiful heart space. Everything will be fine. The days will keep going, and you will overcome. Okay? Take care of yourself. Bye for now.